Rob, I think it's fair to say we intellectually know that Harry Potter is one of the more popular movie franchises. We all intellectually know that.
Come on.
But I don't think even people like us who understand that realize just how big of a film franchise that it is. To highlight the point, now, of course, a number of theaters around the world, as they are starting to reopen, they're playing some legacy films, including Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, which has been playing in China. Well, guess what? The film in its opening weekend in China has made over $13.6 million, which for a re-release these days is big. But what is more significant is that represents enough money to make Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone the newest member of the $1 billion club. It has now joined the $1 billion club, and now the film franchise as a whole has made $7.74 billion. Rob, that is nearly averaging $1 billion per film. That is insane. I mean, we all know Harry Potter is big, but I think when a lot of us think about Harry Potter, we don't realize that it's that big. You know, the other interesting angle of this, Rob, is that, you know, when China was starting to reopen its theaters, we saw like the number one movie making $4 million. And then that grew to another weekend making $7 million. Now we've got a film opening and making almost $14 million. So this is why theaters needed to start opening before the new films came along, is they needed to start that ramp up process. So there's a lot of really interesting angles to this whole Harry Potter thing. Rob, you hear that Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone is the newest member of the $1 billion club, had that opening weekend, the almost $1 billion average that the films have. What are the first impressions that strike you?
How J.K. Rowling must be really hurting. Like, I feel sorry. She must be in some Oliver Twist poverty line somewhere. No. Look, first of all, when movies do well, I love that. And I love that even Harry Potter, a movie that obviously has been out, it's available on just about every form of home entertainment or streaming you can imagine, that people will still go to a movie theater and see it. And if this quarantine or this COVID-19 has taught us things, maybe re-releases of classic Hollywood or studio films are viable. I mean, we've seen things like 2001 get re-released for its 50th anniversary. But if people are going to actually go to movie theaters to see movies like this, maybe having 1 week only showings of movies like Harry Potter could be viable. And like, you know, I just bought this box set of Columbia movies in 4K. Wouldn't it be cool if like studios would maybe do like Columbia Pictures Presents for a month and they would release their most successful movies? Like, I would love to see Lawrence of Arabia in a movie theater again. And a lot of people haven't. And if people are going to see Harry Potter, who knows what they could do? I think this is kind of an interesting trend. And to see this happen to Harry Potter, a movie that, as we know, doesn't necessarily need more box office, but here we are, $13 million bucks. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think the final total was somewhere in the neighborhood of like 13.6 million for a re-release.
And that's in one country.
Yeah, one country and in the pandemic era. So I think that bodes well. You know, and we've seen things like tickets for Tenet have been going on sale, and apparently they've been selling very briskly around the world.
They're going to sell tickets. You can see it now earlier than it was going to be released in the United States, like 3 days early.
Well, not here.
Well, not here. I know, not in LA, but in other places in the United States. I'm like, why are we being played like that? Can't they have? Well, can't we sign like an insurance waiver and go to a special theater to take the risk? Like, I'll wear a hazmat suit, dude. I want to go to the Chinese theater on Hollywood Boulevard. I want to see this movie so damn bad I can taste it. There's a new taste in my mouth. It's called Tenet. It's in my mouth, John. It's before dinner, after dinner. I just taste Tenet in my mouth because I want it so bad, and I can't get it.
Well,
I'm so deprived.
Quick road trip to Nevada, man. We were talking about going to do that for New Mutants. Maybe we just shoot out there and see if we can see Tenet at the same time. I don't know.
Double feature. I would love that. How great would that be? What a great way to reinstigate movie going for us.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool. So the question here is, guys, What do you think about this Harry Potter thing? I think it's pretty fun. I mean, and there's a lot of different aspects to it. How much it makes opening weekend, how much it makes in the pandemic era, the fact that it's another film joining the $1 billion club, the fact that it boosts up the Harry Potter franchise again to nearly $1 billion per film average. A lot of different things to look at this. What's your first impression of it? Jump down into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. All right, guys.